Flight boss, bitch, for sure. You're not listening to the Mount Heaven and Terry Smooth. I'm the Archangel Uriel, and I'm here to carry out God duties and motherfucking responsibilities. And we're going to talk about how to spot out a phony motherfucker. That's right, how to spot out a phony motherfucker. Because a lot of times you could be deceived based upon what a motherfucker is being phony about. So you need to keep that in mind. Now here's the thing, motherfucker, because a phony motherfucker at the root of it is just a fake motherfucker. A motherfucker that's not real. Now, you could go to my past video that I put up a few days ago talking about there's a thin line between being real and really being that way. Now, here's when a person is really that way is more superior than a person that just claim they being real, because whatever they claim they being real about, 9 times out of 10, that is a perception or a stereotype that was made up by another spirit that was really that way when they walked amongst the earth, or whenever they was doing whatever they was doing to push out their influence. So that's what being real come from. You know what I'm saying? It came from a spirit in a body really being that way first, than everybody else who was mimicking and following and shit like that, based upon them truly believing that vibration. Right? They step into that frequency and play out the characteristics of that idea. So for the most part, that's a person who is being real. And that's the thin line between being real and really being that way. A person who's being real sometimes may not even really be that way, but they are in training. Now, so they may be fake on a higher level. See what I'm saying? And then you might think they super real, because they're trying to really be that way in training. So they're playing a character, quote unquote, think they're being real. But here's the difference between a fake and phony motherfucker. Because here's the thing, a person who's just being real and they're not really that way, a lot of times they might be still blinded because they really want to be that way. So they're playing out all those characteristics of that character, aka that spirit that was in a body that pushed out that energy signature first, because they was really that way. So whether this person started to resonate with that energy based upon movies, their surroundings, or upbringing, regardless, they're playing a characteristic, they're playing a role. So a lot of times they could get lost so much into that role that they really psych themselves up and believe that they're really that way. So they go around telling everybody else that they're a real bitch or real nigga, quote unquote, playing out the characteristics. Slowly but surely, they're going to end up really being that way, because they so lost into that. And you can't tell a person that think they're real that they're not real. So a lot of times a person who think they're real believe it. Now here's the difference between a phony person and a person who think they're being real. A phony person know they're phony. When they go home and look in the mirror, they know they fake as fuck. When they just had a conversation with you and did whatever magic trick or ritual that they did to make you think what they wanted you to think, once they hang up or once they get away from you, they know they did that. They know they laughing. They know they wasn't real about what's actually going on. And here's the root cause of it, right? Here's the root cause of how to spot a fake and phony person. Now you got to be real and well versed into the things that you know in your surroundings. Because if you are around a person, 9 times out of 10, they're in your surroundings. So they're paying attention to a multitude of things the same way you are. AKA the same grouping of things that happen in the neighborhood that you see, they are aware of. So there's certain movies, shows, there's certain people, there's certain things, there's certain materials. All these things will help correlate and help you access where energy signatures is coming from. So here's what I mean by that. When you got a person that's around you, right? And y'all go through a circumstance or a situation, and immediately this person uses an external reference in order to align themselves or to feel comfortable in the circumstance that y'all are both dealing with, then you need to know that you're dealing with a phony person. Now, depending on how much this person do it, that's going to let you know how lost they actually are. Now, what do I mean by this? Let me put this in simple terms, right? If you're in a relationship, say you're a male and you're in a relationship with a female, right? And say y'all go through your own trial and tribulation. If she brings up a situation that her friend went through that's not even similar, but she's trying to create it like it is similar, then you need to know you're dealing with a phony person. That's a fake person. Let's flip it around. Females, if you were a guy, right? And you come to him with a real issue, a real problem. that you want to see a change in. If he come up with an excuse or an idea that has nothing to do with what you want him to change about, but he's trying to make it make sense, like it has something to do with it, and this is the reason why he needs to keep doing it and don't need to change, then you're dealing with a fake and phony person. Because ain't nothing to it but to do it. See what I'm saying? So, that's just relationship-wise. For an example, like females, you probably need him to go this way to work every day. If he start making up reasons and ideas that have nothing to do with going that way to work, but he's trying to make that the reason why he needs to go that way to work every day, then you're dealing with a phony person. And nine times out of 10, he's going that way to work because he's probably picking up another bitch that he worked with. And you sensed that when you was at the crib. You sensed the energy off him when he was there. You sensed it, but you couldn't pinpoint it because you're not using logic and rationality. You're utilizing the 4th, 5th, and 6th dimensional esoteric realm with your feminine energy. So you know what's going on, but you don't know what's going on. You just know the vibrations and you know the sense of state of being of it, but you don't know how to pinpoint it. You don't know how to logically put it in the left brain and create the square around the circle so you can actually pinpoint and say the right thing so it can create confirmation. You see what I'm saying? So what actually happens is you might say something that has nothing to do with his job to make him go another route. You might be like, I don't feel comfortable. I feel like something bad is going to happen if you keep going that way to work. He might be like, nah, you thinking stupid. That ain't really. Remind you, remember what I be telling y'all and homeboys out there? If you in a relationship with your female right now and you think she's stupid. Nah, whatever she said was actually the root cause of everything. And I'm getting into that example right now. So she feel it, but she don't know how to ring it to you. So she just said something like something might happen to you or she don't feel right. Now, you driving that way to work every day, you know those routes. So you know there's little to no possibility that something can happen to you unless it was like a extreme, it just that day wasn't your day. But other than that, you know it ain't going to be a situation because you drive that road every day. So you automatically going to be thinking as a male, what the fuck she talking about? She don't know what the fuck she talking about. Like, here's that woman thing again. You know what I'm saying? Not knowing the root cause of it. Not knowing your ass, you know what you be doing, but you know that she don't know anything about that, so you don't even know where she derived that feeling from. Yet, you need to understand that is a spirit in a woman body. She's smarter than you. So, check this out. Now, you coming up with all this logic and rationality and shit like that, why that doesn't make sense to go to another route to work. You know what I'm saying? Even if the route that she said, you know you can get there a lot faster going that way. You come up with all kind of ideas why you feel more comfortable going that way, why she sound dumb because you drive that way every day and things of that nature. So boom. That's cool. So boom. Now, once you drive that motherfucker way, right? And you keep driving that way, don't get mad when you come home and your girl got an attitude. See what I'm saying? Because you can clearly logically think that she don't know you're picking up another bitch. And at the same time, you right. But she pick up the vibe. Yeah, so she pick up the motherfucking vibe. So for the most part, like I said, don't be surprised if you come home and she keep a motherfucking attitude. And then slowly but surely down the line, don't be surprised if she start cheating on your ass. Because you know why? As Archangel Uriel, I can only tell you this. You wasn't keeping it real. Your ass is phony. You see what I'm saying? Because you could be like, damn, I don't know why she cheating on me and things of that nature. Why we start going through this and shit. And then slowly but surely, you're going to start having more conversations with the bitch you was picking up with to take the motherfucking work because y'all got the same goddamn schedule. And slowly but surely, y'all started fucking. Now, you clearly know as day that your woman back at home don't know about this. But slowly but surely, this is why your woman back at home started cheating on your ass. So, you know what I'm saying? She knew something. Now, you in your heart know she didn't know that exact thing. So you're going confused every day, like, damn, I just don't know why we just ain't work out and things of that nature. But you just need to know that your ass was phony and your ass was being fake, and her intuition led her to doing what she was going to do and led her astray anyway. So for the most part, that's what you need to know. Slowly but surely, you was disconnecting from her emotionally, and then once she leave emotionally and mentally, it ain't gonna be so long until she leave physically. So for the most part, you need to keep that shit in mind. So once your ass was phony, she was able to pick that shit up. Now, she may not know the shape and form, the exact circumstantial situation to make out of it, but she just know your ass has some goddamn phony ass energy signature around you. And as a woman, she no longer wanted to be around that. And she probably slowly but surely met a motherfucker who wasn't with that goddamn energy. And when a female meets a man that want her, 9 times out of 10, that man ain't carrying that energy. So if a female in a relationship with a male already, and y'all been together for a long time, and then y'all going on y'all day to day, that's already creating forms of separation, because y'all going too far into things. Either y'all going too far mentally or emotionally into the things that y'all are doing. So it's creating and manifesting that separate energy into y'all life in some way, shape, or form, rather from a lightest degree and then manifest to a more denser degree, to the point that y'all start experiencing being tired of each other and creating arguments and shit like that. But once that energy start happening, y'all both start putting some of y'all material in that y'all had individually into other spaces. So even though y'all both together on a relationship within one space, a lot of y'all belongings be in other spaces, other houses, other people's mansions and things of that nature. AKA, y'all start developing conversations that y'all only can have with other people or y'all friends and shit, even though y'all the ones in a relationship. And once that start to happen, slowly but surely, y'all gonna manifest circumstances and situations where y'all just have to split apart, because y'all done got so far apart, there's nothing that can keep y'all in between anymore or keep y'all into that center space anymore. So y'all end up splitting. Keyword, splitting. But getting back into this phony energy, I just want to break down scenarios and things for y'all so y'all can understand it on a physical level and on a spiritual level, so I don't think I'm losing y'all. But yeah, for the most part, you got to watch out for phony people, because the thing is, see, a phony person will always try to utilize an external reference or an external type of circumstance and situation and try to apply it in a situation that doesn't have anything to do with that. For an example, it's almost like liquid courage or things of that nature. A phony person don't know how to do things based upon their own spirit, their own energy. You know what I'm saying? They always have to utilize someone else's spirit, someone else's energy, whether it comes into the form of another person, advice, material. You know what I'm saying? Forms of cartoons, illusions, spirituality, moral systems, music, movies. A phony person will utilize one of these things as a form of a courage system, or as a form of stability, or as a form of something to use in order to feel comfortable through an astral travel, aka in order to feel comfortable through an experience. So these are like weak-spirited people. They need an external shape and form that was previously created as a form of a shield to provide themselves a form of comfortability into whatever circumstance that they're going through. That's a phony person. They don't know how to endure for themselves. They always need something in front of themselves, their own spirit, in order to, get on whatever the fucking program is. So, when you're around a phony person, know this also. A phony person, they have no choice but to only use you for what they need you for. Because 9 times out of 10, they're so fake and phony that you're not even really allowed in their life on a 24/7 basis, because they will be afraid of how much shit you will see them being phony on. See, it takes hard work for a person to be phony. That's what y'all need to understand. A phony and fake person has to sit back and look at a lot of things and come up with a lot of ways of how to angle things. And, they stress themselves out a lot, because they feel like if they was to truly express themselves, it may not be received well, and they may not be looked at the way that they want to be looked at. And whatever way that they want to be looked at, a lot of times is whatever that they're lost in. Whether it's a cartoon, whether it's another person, whether it's a place, a material, a thing, a movie, whatever it is. Whatever all these things amongst this world that people can be influenced by. The moment a person get lost into swimming in that sea, because what they're seeing and what they're paying attention to, skiing, that's what sea is. When you see something, you see you're going in that sea spiritually. So, You're swimming in that conscious. So whatever that they're lost in, they be needing shapes and forms out of whatever that they're seeing, whatever they're paying attention to. They be needing shapes and forms out of that shit in order and make that shit as a form of how they want to be seen. So a lot of times a fake person don't even know how fake they're being, how phony they're being, based upon the person that they're around. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you watching me, Archangel Uriel, I'm pretty sure the people that you are around, if they fake and phony, a lot of times they may not know how fake and phony they are if you are a person watching Archangel Uriel, because you are more aware of a lot more things than the average person is. So I'm pretty sure that you probably are aware of just what this person's state of being that they was in before they even came out the goddamn house to be even in your goddamn presence. You see what I'm saying? You could just pick up all the vibrations and the motivations that they had to even have their intentions in the first place. So for the most part, it's easy to pinpoint a phony person because a lot of times you can automatically pinpoint what they're using to just act on a day-to-day basis. A lot of times a phony person has to use something just to act. They have to use something just to think. And whatever they're using, 9 times out of 10 is an external reference. Another person, another place, another thing, another material, or another concept. These people don't know how to develop their own concepts, their own spiritual natures. And when they do it, it's always a bounce or a piggyback off of something that they're already influenced by. So, you know, these people can never be truly trendsetters. And and these people can all only lead you to your detriment in your life. So if you are around a lot of phony people in your life, you need to detach as soon as possible, because it doesn't matter how good or how bad these people is. And let me say how good they are. They're still going to lead you down into trial and tribulation or turmoil in some way, shape, or form, because this person that you have attracted to you is fake and phony. So you have a fake light around you, a fake illusion. So when you are attaching yourself to a fake light, a fake illusion, only fake things can be manifested from it. Fake scenarios, fake conversations, fake situations, phony shit. Shit that you have no business being a part of. So you could be guilty by association and you could become fake. You could become phony. So you have to pay attention. So like I said, this is how you pinpoint at the root of it. This is how you pinpoint a phony person, right? If you are around a person and it doesn't matter what circumstance or situation that y'all going through, whether y'all having a conversation or y'all doing something together, y'all aligning with each other in some way, or if y'all in a relationship. So aligning with each other in some way could be like y'all co-workers or something like that. Relating in a way, it could be like a relationship, whether like y'all partners or friendship, based upon y'all friends. Or it could be siblings or whatever. But for the most part, this is how you pinpoint a phony person, right? Anytime they're utilizing an external circumstance. This motherfucking phone, you gonna let me finish this motherfucking video, you goddamn phone, motherfucking line. Now look, now goddamn it, like I said, when we talk about spotting a phony person, and it's for males and females, if you're around somebody, if they're constantly using external references in order to solidify their position in some way, shape, or form, aka they're always using something. These are the people they always have to show. They always have to have something to show. They always gotta bomb down on you with what they have. You know what I'm saying? Like there's always have to be something in front, because they're not genuine. They're not genuine. They always need something. They always have to have that front there. You know what I'm saying? Because spiritually they're scared for their motherfucking lives for some strange reason. So they be fake and phony in order to feel safe in this realm. Because wherever their spirit came from a fake and phony space and location. You know what I'm saying? So we just got to deal with them right now. We got to let them know you're in a real world right now. So things is going to really happen. So before you be fake and phony, don't second guess why you're going through dumb circumstances and situations that you feel like you shouldn't have went through. Because 9 times out of 10, you was fake and phony. So you manifested a situation that wasn't real to you. So you should take yourself out of that fake and phoniness. Start being real and genuine. Therefore, you could be really that way And you can manifest what's real to you. And don't be manifesting no fake, fraudulent bullshit in your fucking life. See what I'm saying? Flight boss, bitch, goddamn air. And this could go even to a small degree, right? Even when it comes to, see, because here's things where people get psyched up subconsciously. I know people want to have this argument like with name brand and off brand shit like that. But here's the thing, there's an energy signature behind that. It might be an illusion that you see in front of you that something is name brand based upon the celebrated bloodshed and shit like that. But here's the thing, if you participate into buying or paying attention to enough generic shit, or enough shit that ain't real, or the energy signature behind it ain't got enough energy behind it or force behind it for it to be celebrated, then slowly but surely you will still be carrying the energy signature of being fake or phony. So even if you're the realest person in the world and you're really that way, people will be like, you're really a phony person and there's no changing you in some way, shape, or form. I know that sounds silly, but and then it may not even necessarily have to do with the actual food or the actual generic shit that you're buying. But just by it being generic, it's going to create circumstances in your life that has nothing to do with that food that still puts you in the energy signature of being phony in some way, shape, or form. It just may play out in a lighter way, if you get what I mean. You see what I'm saying? That's a little harder to explain. That's for my little higher spiritual people. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, Flight Boss, bitch, goddamn air.